decided on calling it Intrusion. It was going to be The Forsaken, because that kind of means alone, but it was going to be kind of ironic how she's not actually alone. She's been left for the weekend alone, and she's kind of not. But Intrusion, it seems more, slightly more aggressive and less, I don't know, vague. Like, you know what an intrusion is. And the synopsis, basically, she's been left by herself for the whole weekend. Her parents have gone away, and her mum keeps checking up on her, like as parents do, worrying about the kids. And like, she goes to bed, she's a bit tired after work and stuff. And then she gets a phone call, and it says home calling instead of mum. And she's supposed to be alone in the house. And she's just like, oh, I'm just really tired, so I'll just ignore it, go to sleep. And then after that, there's a light coming from under a door out on the landing, like on the hallway. And she hears footsteps. So she goes, instead of like under your covers like everyone does, because a blanket will protect you, and she goes under the bed, and she's not alone in her room either. There's mum under her bed with her. And then it cuts the book. I was influenced by urban legends because they terrify me. They're possibly the scariest things ever. The first one was the babysitter. Basically, this girl's babysitting some kids, and she keeps getting a call. And it's like, why haven't you checked on the kids? And she ignores it, checks on the kids, they're fine. Then she gets another call, telling her to check on the kids again, and she ignores it, thinking it's just like some kids playing a prank, but she calls the police. And then the next time they call, she's instructed to keep them on the phone for a while so they can trace it. And then the next time the police call, they find out that actually the call's from inside the house. And she goes upstairs and the kids have been murdered. That's kind of the call from inside the house bit for mine. And then the humans can lick too, which mine does not feature any dead dogs because no, it's wrong, animal cruelty. But this one, it's usually an old lady or a young girl, and in a storm, she has a dog sleeping under her bed. So in the night, if she's like restless or anything or scared, she can put her hand out, dog will lick it, and she'll be reassured that she's got protection. And then in the morning, she wakes up, and well, in the middle of the night, she wakes up and there's this dripping noise and stuff, but she's too tired to get out of bed. And then in the morning, it's still going on, so she goes to the bathroom to turn the tap off. And it's not the tap, it's the dog dripping blood, and on the wall in blood is humans can lick too. So all through the night, there's been someone in the house under a bed. I guess you can see where that's influenced that bit. My target audience is 15 to 24-year-olds because it's not going to contain like gore like the dog. And young viewers have been found to go to the cinema more. Like 15 to 24-year-olds are the ones that go to the cinema, and that was some secondary research, and I've got some primary research I'll show you in a second. Through mine, I had some doodling going on. I wanted to try and figure out first what my cover was going to be like before I even attempted anything digitally. So I had a couple of ideas of people being under the bed, and like when she's in the shower, well, when she's just got out of the shower, like someone in the mirror behind her. And then there's one where it's half the face and someone there. But in this one, this was my old title, and then it's gone. It's gone to this. White, it's kind of obviously a symbol of innocence and stuff, and it does seem like she was genuinely alone. So having the title Intrusion, it's kind of like, well, she's obviously not alone. So what is hiding in all this light? My institutions are Warner Brothers, because Warner Brothers, a subsidiary of that is New Line Cinema, and they have made a lot of horror films. Like Nightmare on Elm Street is one of the first ones I ever watched, and it terrified me, and it's still one of my favourites. Like, I have the whole box set, and I just love them. Yeah, they've been going on for a while, so they know what they're doing. And Channel 4, they've started advertising shorts, and basically every now and then I'll be watching TV and it'll be like, basically the song shorts, and everyone's wearing shorts. And I think mine would fit in, obviously, because it's a short film, it would fit in quite well with that. And Channel 4, it has a load of different genres, so mine would fit in quite easily. Like, they've got Glue now, which is a drama / thriller. That's everything. And then BBC Three, because it's basically just drama, comedies, sports and stuff like that, I think it would be nice to have a larger variety with a horror genre, so it kind of mixes it up a little and it'll get a wider audience interested. This is just some of my primary research. I've seen there were like 16 to 19-year-olds. So it kind of shows it's a younger generation that's more interested in horrors. And most of them were female, which is what I based my protagonist on. So it would relate more to them as kind of more psychological. And because theirs is their favourite was a supernatural, we're not going to completely see our antagonist, so that's kind of still left to their imagination. And then, because no one likes scary children ever, they're kind of the most terrifying. It's having the mystery of it, kind of, is it a child, is it a ghost, and all this. As I said, it was basically, because it was mainly females that had answered, that is why the protagonist was that instead of the heroic one. This was just about favourite antagonists and stuff. That is why, instead of like as well as my primary research and the secondary research, my target audience is from 15 and to 24, because some older people aren't really interested in horror films, as my dad isn't. He's a big wimp. It's more wartime films or some comedies. Any questions?
What was the inspiration behind the film concept?
As I said, it's the urban legends. Like, there's a film that has pretty much every urban legend ever in it, and I couldn't watch it at night time. I had to watch it in the middle of the day because it has every urban legend they've got, and some of them are pretty weird. So it was mainly humans can lick to one, because that is one of the scariest ones for me, and the babysitter in the house.
Who is your target audience?
15 to 24-year-olds, mostly female.
How much would you say the film's going to cost to make?
Well, with the equipment I need to use, like the lighting, any editing stuff, cameras, and then locations, and anyone else that I have to bring in, like any well, not directors, that would be me, any camera people, anyone like that, and any actors, about 3,000. It's just going to be like freelance, rather than a big, yeah.
How long will it take to film and edit?
It should take about a week to film, and then about 2 weeks after to edit, so about 3 weeks in total. Shouldn't be too long.
How long is your short film going to be?
I'm hoping for around 5 minutes. Not really anything longer, then they can just start to drag a bit, and then you lose the plot.
What genre is your short film?
It's a horror that kind of messes with your head a little.
Any more questions? No? I'll get a couple.
You mentioned cinema goers. Why would they watch a short film in cinema?
It would be like advertised in the cinema. You know, when you sit through about an hour of trailers. You're one of those. So cinema goers are more likely to see it. But I'll see it advertised then, and then they want to watch it.
Where would you be able to watch it?
Online, on TV.
Okay.
Were there any posters like from covers of films that inspired you to make it like this, or was this more original?
There was Lucy, the film starring Scarlett Johansson. Basically, it is just her face, and then the name above, and the little that little there. Her one is. It's estimated that humans use 10% of their brain capacity. What could she do with 100%? So I wanted like that little fact and then, well, little statement and then a question, just like that. And then her, the date for hers to be out is in a different colour to the rest of the text as well.
I like the idea. You've obviously got, they're good, those urban legends, for getting ideas for films and stuff. When are you going to film it?
Soon, because I'm using some year 12s. Well, she's our age, but she's recent, she's doing media, so...
All right. And is there any way, because the problem with using an urban myth is that people, well, the good thing about it is because people can connect with it and they go, oh, I know this story. And then the other thing is it original? So are there any twists that you could put in? What else, maybe someone else won't answer this, what else could you put in there just to give it an extra twist or an extra show that you're doing the intertextual links, but you've made it your own?
I think it's the fact that she goes under the bed as well, instead of just like waking up and there's something dead, and obvious that something's been in her house. Like, she finds it herself rather than someone else. And the fact that I know the home one, most people do react to it, but she doesn't. So it makes it kind of different to all the other girls that get all scared and panicked about it, and she just kind of shrugs it off.
Okay, so you're playing with the narrative and changing it and doing something unexpected. How will it end? Are you going to end it suddenly? Or with a scream or something?
I think it
turn
was
around
like the phone rings again, and she answers it, and it says, "You're not alone in the house," and then it cuts out.
Or like Doctor Who on the weekend, where there's a hand from under the bed that grabs the classic horror technique, isn't it?
How do you feel about Peter Carter?